You know what? Let's get into it. You watching the show right now? You know what? Comment down below things I would have done better in goal than Onana yesterday. Obviously, you watching this video, you know, the keeper in the Sidemen charity match, this Rubik's Cube, this cup, this anything would have done better in goal than Onana yesterday. And it has been 2 years now, and I can't still wrap my head around the fact that my club let go of a keeper that could save the fucking Titanic. To a keeper that can't even save a Word document, that can't even save a damn PDF. And I apologize for swearing, I do, but it isn't my fault. It is because of that Pratt goal yesterday. Because I don't understand. We had this match won already. It was 2-1. A difficult tie away in France. We had this match done, and Onana is like, "Oh, let me show you what else I can do." Gives them another goal. I'm just so upset because the fact that we are going to Old Trafford without an advantage because of Onana, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I even wanted to do this video yesterday, but if I did it yesterday night, I would have been so upset and I would have been swearing through this whole video. And do you know what makes it worse? It's because him and Matic had this beef, right? Where Matic said, "Oh, he's the worst keeper to ever play for Manchester United." And I see some stupid Manchester United fans on Twitter defending him, like, "Oh, what's Matic talking about?" And then Onana himself comes and responds to Matic saying, "Oh, he has won an FA Cup for Manchester United," which is so dumb because if anyone remembers, in that FA Cup final, we were winning 2-0 and he made a mistake that led Man City back into the game. So, and I knew it because everyone knows this. If somebody calls you out, why would you respond before you see them? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Because if Onana played well or Manchester United won the match and then he now responded and he's like, "Oh, you can talk now, Matic, because we won the match." Fair, everyone is like, "Oh, prove you wrong." But instead, what does my keeper do? He comes out and he talks his smack before the match starts. And then he proceeds to drop one of the worst goalkeeping performances in Manchester United history. So Matic was right. He was absolutely right. And every Manchester United fan knows that deep down, Matic was right. We all knew it. We all did. And Matic didn't even play a minute yesterday. He was on the bench. And he still did more than Onana did yesterday. You know what here? Recap. Let's have a quick recap into the match. Because Lyon have a free kick, right? And Onana did this exact same thing in the Champions League. Like, this guy last year got us knocked out of the Champions League. He is the reason why we're not in the Champions League. Because of him and only him. Because he did this exact same thing. Look at the match against Galatasaray. Ziyech free kick. Exact same thing. This guy cannot save anything. Yesterday, Amada has a free kick. He crosses. Nobody touches the ball. He lets it go through his hands and then he's inside in a 1-0 and we're down. And you know what? Fair. Yes, you made a mistake. And the team did what? They rallied behind you. Euro, who was absolutely excellent, by the way. I should be here shouting at Euro, shouting at Fernandes, shouting at Xerxes. But no. Instead, everything has been covered by that absolute... You know what? ... Whatever you want to say in comments, say it in the comments. But because of him, I can't talk about any of their performances because this guy has absolutely messed everything up. And I'm saying, fair, you made a mistake. Is what we come back, Euros equalizes on by the brink of halftime, 1-1, and then Xerxes comes on for Højlund, who, by the way, we're going to get to him in a minute. And Xerxes scores 2-1, and this is the 93rd minute. We are cruising. You know what? Bruno is even on the wing, and I'm like, let's make it 3-1. But you know what? Fair, 2-1, and then Lyon on the attack. Right? This game is won, and then Onana is like, "Hey guys, look at the other trick I can do," and he just palms it into Cherky's path, and he scores 2-2. We can't have the keeper like this. We cannot have a keeper like this because we don't score a lot of goals. We don't. Because we have that absolute -1 playing for us up top. You know what? Onana and Højlund, anytime they play, it's like we are playing with 9 men. You know it, I know it. Everyone knows this. And at this point, it's on Amorim now. Because if I see 2 of them in my starting 11 again, I can't even blame them anymore. Because that would mean the manager, even though it has not worked loads of times, still keeps putting faith in these players that honestly speaking, I don't even understand how they graduated the academies. I don't even understand how they became professional footballers and whatever they are. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Where do I even start? This guy is terrible. And he does this every single time. He's so fond of pushing the ball back. Like, if you make a save, fair. And I have a reel on this particular channel where I mentioned this exact same thing. You make a good save, nobody cares. This is the highest level of football. If you make a good save, palm it out. It doesn't matter if you make a world class save and push it directly into the path of their strike and he finishes it. It doesn't matter. This is high level football. You push it out to the side, or you hold it, because frankly I don't understand why you didn't hold that shot in the first place. But fair, you're not good enough to hold it. Just push it to the sides. You literally pushed it directly into Cherokee's path and then he scores. And honestly speaking, I heard someone on Twitter say that Onana was actively trying to sabotage us, and bro, it feels like he staked on against us. That's how bad it was. If you didn't watch this match, go and check it out. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. I'm so pissed off, man, because every single thing we did last night has just gone to absolute shit, because there are no away goals anymore. So basically it's just like we're starting. It's basically like the match next week Thursday is just a one-off match. Whoever wins that match goes through. And we should be going to that match 2-1 up, right? And when we're 2-1 up, Lyon have to come at us and score. And we are very good at counter-attack. So we could come there and probably score a couple goals and, dead the time. But no, because of Onana, that's not going to happen. Because of Onana, every single thing we did last night doesn't matter anymore. It's null and void. Bro, after that mistake happened, look at Maguire's face. There was even a time in the match where Maguire had the ball and Onana was asking for it and he just booted it out. Do you know why? Look at everyone's face. No one trusts this dude. No one does, because he's a fraud. Wait, how do you expect the defenders to feel? How do you expect Euro to feel? How do you expect Mazraoui to feel? How do you expect Maguire to feel? When every single attack, they know that even if they defend their asses up, even if they defend the best they've done in their entire careers, right? Any shot could go in. Any shot could go in. It could. And if you notice here, after they scored that first goal, Amanda played another shot immediately after. Do you know why? Because they know that we have an absolute useless person inside the post. There is nothing he's going to do. As I said, what are we talking about? This could have done better than Onana yesterday. He could have. If you have a defender that doesn't feel your defenders, if you have a keeper that doesn't give your defenders any faith, any trust, we can't be a successful team. Look at Liverpool, for example. Van Dijk is world class, Konate is world class, but 100%, even when they are playing, they feel comfortable because they know, you know what? Even they pass us, we have a world class keeper and goal. They do, and we don't, and we need it more than them, because at least with Liverpool, with Arsenal, they can score goals. We can't. So when we manage to score goals, the last thing we need is for our keeper to be playing against us. Because literally, what's different between what he did yesterday and literally not picking the ball and throwing it inside his net? Like, you might as well have just picked up the ball and thrown it inside our net and it's been an own goal. Because what's the difference? Right? That first goal is unacceptable. The second goal is unacceptable. And you know what? Fair. For all of people that are saying, oh, we'll go back to Old Trafford and beat them. Really? Do you think so? Even if we do, what if this happens in the Europa League final? In a bigger match where we can't do anything about it? What happens then? What happens then? What happens? Because look at teams that get relegated. Look at Everton, for example. All the time they didn't get relegated. Why? Because they had a keeper and goal. Because people had basically been saving them. And we are 13th in the league. We need a goalkeeper that can help us out while we manage to find a striker that can score us goals. But you know what, yeah? I've seen my piece about Onana. But I've talked about her yesterday because that was embarrassing. And at this point, honestly speaking, the fact that we still allow this guy to play for us, it is. I like Højlund, I do. I liked him. But honestly speaking, yesterday, he cannot even control a football. He can't pass. The moment where he leaves the pitch and Xerxes comes on, we instantly become better. It happened. The same thing happened against Man City. It did. Like, I don't know if people understand this, right? If you're a Manchester United fan, do you people understand that if we don't win the Europa League, our next 2-3 years could be absolutely effed? I don't say again. Why? Because Last year, right, Ten Hag scammed an FA Cup and got into the Europa League. But this season we are 13th, right? We're definitely not going to go to Europe if we don't win the Europa League. If we don't win the Europa League, right, next season we can't buy the players that can get us into the back to Europa positions. Do you know what that means? The next season we're also going to miss out on the European sport. That's what's going to happen. This is our lifeline. And I was watching the United stand, and Goldbridge said something, and it is true. This is literally our lifeline. And Onana is literally coming to disconnect the cord. Oh, like, let me charge my phone. Like, bro, we are on live support, man. This is all we have. It's all we have. And it's just so depressing because I watched Arsenal on Tuesday play absolutely excellent football and beat Real Madrid. Credit to them, by the way. I watched Barcelona play very, very well. I watched PSG play excellently well. And then on Thursday, I get to watch my team and then they depressed. I end up feeling sad. Why? How many years is this going to keep going on? How many years is this going to keep going on? And how does Amorim feel about this? Because he coached the win yesterday. He did. And then your goalkeeper comes and messes up everything. And you know what, yeah? On Amorim, right? I saw something he said. I'll quickly pull this up real quick, right? He said, I think this was the post-match interview. And then he's like, let me pull this up real quick. Onana made a mistake this season, but he has made more mistakes. Like Amorim himself has made more mistakes. And that's also the team have to rally out. Something along those lines. And I'm like, stop defending this Pratt. Stop defending this guy. He's trash. You know he's trash. And ultimately, do I really blame Amorim? I'm pretty sure what he wants to say is that this guy is absolutely useless. But obviously, he won't say that. Why? Because probably thanks to Nana's value or whatever. But I remember against Arsenal in the Europa League, in the FA Cup, I remember we had Bayinda in goal, and he was the man of the match of that match. Saved a penalty in the game and still saved one in the penalty shootout. I remember. And for some reason, he got injured fair. But literally even the match after that, he still picked Onana. Now Bayinda is back and we're still seeing Onana play. Why? You know? Why? Honestly speaking, if Amorim picks you know who anymore, and I'm not even saying his name, right? Because yes, he's a lot way worse than Voldemort, for those who know. Yes, you know who has messed us up. But ultimately, I think that's my rant. I don't need to come here and rant because I am pissed off. I really, really am. I really, really am. How does Bruno feel right now? Because he had a good game. How does Xerxes feel? How does... I'm about to take Garnacho, but he's another one that we also have to have a discussion about. Just useless, man. How do they feel? How do the defenders feel? How does Maswari feel? Excellent defensive performance, and then every single thing gets messed up. Look at Euro, for example, man of the match performance. Everyone was going off about Cherky. Euro kept him quiet yesterday until Onana. No, you know who just gives Cherky a go, and then now what happens? Now Lyon are back into this. They have belief. We can't keep doing this, man. We can't keep doing this. Get in the comment section. Just let me know what you think. Like, just tell me things that could have done better than Onana yesterday. I didn't even say people. I said things, and I meant things. Come on, man. If you like this, man, just drop a like or subscribe or whatever. Casey will be back next week, so maybe I'll talk more about this with him. But like, ultimately, next week we just have to do the same thing and win the match, and us hope that we don't do anything stupid at the back. And Xerxes and Højlund, so is Højlund and Onana should not play for us again, and Garnacho too. Honestly speaking, I see myself having this rant about Garnacho very, very soon. Come on, man. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.